All right, let's talk about friction force for this lesson. Two types of friction force we have. We have a static and kinetic friction force, and we're going to talk about each one. First, static friction basically acts when the object is not moving. Simple as that, is not moving. Key characteristics of it is it prevents motion, it adjusts itself to match the applied force up to a maximum limit, and we're going to talk about that. The maximum is down here, and if only it only becomes kinetic friction after the object starts moving. All right, so static friction, the object is not moving, it actually before it moves, that's where the static friction applies. All right, and the formula basically is the static friction is the coefficient of the static friction, which call it mu, which I put it right here, actually definition right there, and the normal force. And remember, the normal force is always opposite of the downward force mg, which is the weight w, and is vertically upward f, and that's the normal force. Okay, and that is the definition of the static friction. Now, the kinetic friction, let's look at that. The kinetic friction acts when the object is moving, okay? So when it starts moving, kinetic friction takes over and it opposes motion after the object starts moving. It has a constant value. The value doesn't change. Okay, but remember the static friction, the value can change up to a maximum value, which is mu, which is coefficient of the static friction times the normal force. That's the maximum value it can be for static friction. But for the kinetic friction, the value is constant. The moment it starts moving, the value be the same, and it's usually smaller than the maximum static friction. Okay, and this is the components of it. Okay, that's the kinetic friction. All right, one specific thing that I need you to remember: once the object is sliding or moving, kinetic friction kicks in and it stays constant. Simple as that. Don't make it complicated. All right, let's look at the first question. Here's the first question. We have a 12 kg box, sits on a horizontal floor. A horizontal force of 35 newtons is applied. Coefficient of static friction is 0.4. For coefficient of the kinetic friction is zero point 0.3. Does the box move? If not, what is the friction force? And then we're going to go through the solution. Okay, step one, let's figure out what it is that we do have. Well, we don't know the normal force. We're going to calculate that. We know the mass. We know the acceleration due to gravity. We know the coefficient of static and kinetic friction, and we just need to know the force of static friction if it moves. Then we're going to figure that out, okay? Now remember, we are dealing with the force of friction, the static friction, is equal to mu s times the normal force. Now, what is normal force when the object sits on a horizontal floor? Well, it is equal to the mg. I drew the free body diagram, which is right here. Free body diagram, the FBD is right there. All right. So now we're just going to go ahead and substitute values in there. So this is for the static friction. And the reason we do that, we want to know if it moved or not. Okay. So here it is 0.40 times Fn is mg, which is 12 kg times 9.8 meters per second squared. And when you do the math, you will get 47.04 Newton. Now, remember that Fn, that is the normal force, okay, which is equal to mg. All right, now let's look at what is happening. This is the force of static friction, okay, and the force of static friction, we have an applied force. I should put in here applied force was 35 Newton. So the force of static friction in here is greater than the applied force. Okay, that means 47 Newton is greater than 35 Newton, applied force. Well, if the force of static friction is greater than applied force, the object will not move. So that means the object will not move. And what is the value of the static force of static friction is, so Fs is 47.04 Newton. Okay, now this is the maximum value, the maximum force, okay, friction force. But if as long as it matches the 37, so we could argue that the force of static friction is matching the 35.0 Newton. Okay, so we could argue that, but the maximum force is that, but it's sufficient enough to stop the object from moving. Okay, now let's look at the second question. Here's the second question. We've got a 5 kg block slides across the horizontal surface with the coefficient of kinetic friction is 0.25. Find the friction force. Okay, so here is the free body diagram. Now, knowing that Fn as mg, they're the same. So let's look at what is the F normal, which is the same as this right here, mg, which is 49.0 Newton. Okay, so the force of kinetic friction is equal to mu k times Fn, which is equal to, and then we have 0.25 times 49.0 Newton. Now, the coefficient of static or kinetic friction, it does not have a unit. Okay, it doesn't have a unit, so let it be on that one. So you just have to do the multiplication here, and we will get 12.25 Newton. Okay, and once we have that, this is the friction force, 12.25. Now, the applied force, we don't know, but as we do know that the object is moving and it must have kinetic friction force. Okay, let's look at question 3. Pulling a box with friction, solve for acceleration. We've got a 20 kg box is pulled with a horizontal force of 80 Newton. Coefficient of kinetic friction is 0.2. Find the acceleration. Okay, so this is a little bit involved. So let's start up with the free body diagram again. Okay, so here it is. We have mg coming down. So we have all the necessary information written on the left-hand side as a column. We have a free body diagram. So now we're going to go ahead and solve for because it says kinetic friction, so we need to find the force of kinetic friction, which is equal to mu k times the normal force, and we calculated the normal force at 196 newtons, which is right there. We just have to multiply it by the coefficient of kinetic friction. So 0.2 times 196 Newton, and the answer will be 39.2 Newton. That is the force of kinetic friction. Now, let's find out what the net force is. Okay, so here we have an applied force. So F net is the F applied, subtract away the resistance force, right? Which is force of friction. In this case, we have the kinetic friction. Okay, so we have 80 newtons, subtract away 39.2 Newton, and we have 40.8 Newton. That is your net force left. Now that we have that, we can use the Newton's second law, F equal to ma, to solve for acceleration. So here it is, 40.8 Newton. The we are using is Newton's second law. This is the F net is equal to ma, and then we have 20 kg times the acceleration of the system, and in this case acceleration is equal to the net force 40.8 Newton divided by 20 kg, and what we will get is 2.04 meters per second squared. And to check the calculations in terms of sig fig, so the final answer was 3. Let's double check if it's true. Do we have 3 sig figs or 2? Well, we do have actually 1 really, but if you leave it at 2, that's okay. In this case, we left it at 3. So you can put 2.0 meters per second squared if you want to, but leave it like that for 3 stick fix. Okay? All right. This is the overview of force of frictions. We talked about 2 different kinds. Go back to the lesson again, pause the video in each step so that you know exactly what's going on. Check out the quiz in the description or pinned comment below, and then come back for the next video in this series about dynamics. All right, until next time.